All right, the latest developments for you. We're just learning about this. The situation in Libya just come in moments ago that the Senate Intelligence Committee is going to hold hearings on what really happened in Benghazi after those attacks. Closed hearing announced for the 15th of November with more hearings promised after that.
There's a little election that's going to happen before that takes place. Lou Dobbs is with us, host of Lou Dobbs Tonight. Ultimately, the American people will decide whether they think this is a big deal or not.
Yeah, and they will be doing so, obviously, without the benefit of the conclusions and the evidence provided by the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. The timing is an affront to the American people to hold the first hearing on the 15th of November. The American people have been sufficiently insulted, in my opinion, that now, more than 6 weeks after the attacks in Benghazi, we still have the contradictory statements of the White House, the entire national security apparatus, the Secretary of State, the United Nations ambassador, and frankly, I believe Charles Krauthammer has it exactly right. We have both said, and I concur with him, that we in the national media should be embarrassed by what our colleagues have failed to do, and that is to investigate. 4 Americans are dead, and we have yet to see the New York Times and the Washington Post step up and do any kind of serious reporting on this. And in fact, they leave out the stories. 60 Minutes, we now learn, if I may I share with you this report, CBS News publishing a quote in the interview between Steve Croft and President Obama on the 12th of September, in which the president said this to Croft: "You're right, that this is not a situation that was exactly the same as what happened in Egypt. And my suspicion is that there are folks involved in this who were looking to target Americans from the start." CBS News, 60 Minutes in particular, chose not to include that, not on their website, not on their broadcast. And there's a reason, in my judgment, that you see the president appear on 60 Minutes 10 times. Then you see him on Telemundo, Univision, MTV, Jay Leno, David Letterman, and not talk with the White House press corps in a news conference since March of this year.
So what do you think
it's disgusting.
The political fallout will be? And I asked that because Judge Napolitano was with us, remember, yesterday?
Right.
And he says to us, you know, even if somebody lied and we find out they lied, our only recourse on that is political. In other words, he says there's no legal recourse.
The government can lie.
Right, essentially, yeah. The government can lie to the people, is what the judge told us in this
By the way, we should be quite familiar with that reality.
Right. So then the only option you have is to not vote for the people who lied if you don't want to. So how much will this affect the election, do you think?
I believe it's already affected this election. I believe that the American people in these debates, a series of 3 debates, I love the wags who suggest these debates are unimportant, they're an anachronism, really need to be replaced by some other form. I believe that the American people have the opportunity to go by the national liberal media and actually see these candidates for who they really are, to also see something beyond the attack advertising. President Obama spent $500 million basically attacking, trying to destroy, I mean destroy, Governor Romney. He stood up in one debate, and when he stood up, America liked what they saw. I think America's already made judgments about who is lying, about who they can trust, about who is being straight, and who deserves a lot of, well, I'll put it this way, condemnation for their conduct.
Thank you, Lou.
Lou Dobbs here and Lou Dobbs Tonight, every weeknight, 7 p.m. Do not miss the man.